What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Indescribable, aka Geraldine Lake. I am coming to you in full transparency right now to talk about something that I know is whooping everybody's behind right now. Anxiety and depression. I know we try to minimize it a lot of times. We try to, say, especially the older generation, they'll say, oh, we had so much more going on. These kids are soft and all of this stuff. Let's be very clear. The current state of the government, the pandemic that changed the course of the nation, the world really, we are not functioning the same. We are being overstimulated at every turn. We are being overwhelmed with information. The government is a literal dookie show, okay? Rights are being taken away left and right. Cost of living is ridiculous. People can't afford health care. It's unreasonable to ask for someone to bear a child in this economy, yet people do, and so I have been going through a really tough time. I think for probably maybe the better part of 2 or 3 months, I was on autopilot, and I was going to therapy, and I was still creating content, and I was still like spending time with my friends and trying to just push through, but it was not working. And y'all, like, it had gotten bad. Like, I wasn't in the gym as much as I should be. I had started just eating whatever I wanted. I had started back vaping, which was a terrible, terrible habit. And I gained like 20 pounds now. I've been a stick figure my whole life, so I ain't mad about the 20 pounds. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't upset about the 20 pounds. But now when I go to the gym, it's like my abs are just, they that much big. Like, I'm a little bigger, so my abs are bigger. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that's a nice little side effect of the depression and anxiety. Not something that we need to be trying to reach for or aspire to. But I'm just saying, this was my personal, this was my personal journey. Especially, being a skinny kid, getting bullied and talked about all through childhood because I was underdeveloped. Like now at 36, I look like a grown woman now. Maybe from the waist down. I don't know. The boobs is not. They doing the best they can with what they got, okay? But yeah, the depression and the anxiety was really on me heavy, y'all. I prayed about it. I said I was gonna just switch up my diet, my routine. I said I was gonna start traveling more and doing things that I liked, and nothing could help. Nothing worked. And so I called my mommy and I said, can you just come stay with me for a couple of days? I don't need you to do anything. I just want you to come stay with me for a couple of days. And so I got her a flight, to Atlanta, and she came and stayed with me for like 3 days. We went out to dinner. We worked on a puzzle, this same puzzle that had been sitting in my living room for months, like at least before May. Yeah, so it's been over 4 months that puzzle has been sitting on my coffee table, and I just had not completed it because I felt unmotivated and I felt like I didn't have any goals. And I think I was dealing with somebody who I felt like didn't either. And I feel like I allowed that energy to overtake me. And I talked to my therapist about this, and she said, I want to get you to a place where your environment doesn't, what's the word? She said, I want to get you to a place where your environment doesn't cripple you as much. And I said, wow, I think that might be the case because I'm an energy person. Like, if the energy ain't right, I'm ready to go. I don't like it. And so I felt like even in my apartment, I wasn't happy in that space. I wasn't happy being around certain people at certain times. I just felt unhappy all the time with everything. And so I said, I'm going to change my environment. I know that that's not the healthiest way. But also, I am not a tree. I'm not planted. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm unmarried with no kids. I can go where I want to go. I can spend my time the way I want to spend it. And I wanted to spend it with my mommy. So while she was here, we talked a lot. Like, I realized I didn't really know my mom for real, but I was getting to know her through a different lens because she was able to talk to me, without any interference. It's just me and my mom, And so the thing that I refuse to cry on camera, but I am getting a little emotional. The thing that I love the most about my mommy and my parents in general, but my mommy she heard how much I needed her and she came. And thank God for not only a God that'll come and get you and bring you out of some mess, but having people in your life that'll come and see about you. My mommy came and got me, y'all. She came and got me. I was on a downward spiral and my mommy came and got me. And she was fun to be around. We went to the farmer's market and it was so funny. She was like, I'll push the basket. And that's what I did when I was a kid. When we would go to the grocery store, I would push the basket. And I kept thinking, y'all know you better not run over my ankles with this, with this basket. Walking up behind me all close. But we had so much fun. I usually drink, I don't really drink anything but water. I don't drink a bunch of sodas. I'll have wine or alcohol or whatever if I'm out, socially, but I usually just drink water. And so I had some water bottles. I had one case in the refrigerator and I had one case on top of the refrigerator because my mom likes room temperature water. And I kept seeing her go to the faucet to refill her water bottle. I said, Mom, what are you doing? She was like, well, I just didn't want to waste your water. I said, girl, we can afford water over here, and it was funny to me because I am grown, y'all. I have been paying my own bills and taking care of myself for a very long time. And she still was in my space trying not to inconvenience me. And I love that for me. Like, I love that I have a relationship with my parents where I've had to train my dad a little more to respect my boundaries. But I do have parents that see me as an adult and they respect my decisions and they support me. Literally, anything I want to do, they support it. They might not always like it and they may tell me, but they respect that they did their job as parents to make me the person that I am. And they trust that I am doing exactly what I need to do for me, right? They trust that God is caring for me in a way that only he can. Because I'll be honest, I know I'm surviving off some of my grandma prayers. Be honest, and she been gone a long time, 20 years. So I think that having people in your life that will come and get you is such a blessing. Like, if I know you going through a rough time, and I'm like that with my friends, but this was a time where I wasn't that friend. And I wasn't reaching out to people to let them know because I didn't want to be a burden to them. I didn't want to bother people. People have lives. They're working. They have kids. They're busy. I didn't want to be a distraction from whatever they had going on. But I just felt so bad all the time. And I was still getting up running in autopilot. And so I know that I'm a good friend, but I was going through a rough time. And I know that I have good friends. And if I had said something, I know they would have been there. But sometimes you just need to go through things on your own. And so that's what I did. I'm a Taurus. I'm going to hibernate until I get it right. And one thing about me, I don't care about starting over. I'm going to keep starting over until I am the version of myself that I want to be. I'm not settling for a life that I don't want. And I really do wish a lot of us, specifically Black women, I really wish y'all would get in the habit of walking away sooner from things that do not serve you. And not just things that don't serve you, but things that are actively harming you. Because sometimes, we'll let something hang around if it ain't killing us. It ain't helping, it ain't hurting. It's just there. Sweetie, you're bored. Pick a new goal. I learned that about myself. I said, I'm bored. I need new challenges. I need something else to do. So I'm pushing myself in ways that I never thought I'd be able to push myself. And I'm liking it. I'm a very private person. I don't want to be on here talking to y'all about my personal life. I don't. But I realize that you all feel connected to me sometimes. My content is relevant. And so you feel like, oh, I know a girl just like that. I have an aunt just like that. My dad is just like that. My cousin's just like that. And so I understand that there's a connection there. And I love social media for that. I've gotten messages where people say, oh, I was having a rough time and your videos pulled me through. If I had another me, I might not be making this video. I don't know. I might be in full production mode in LA somewhere. I don't know. But I do the things that I can with what I have. And I'll just let God handle the rest. Like, I can only do what I can do. So I get up and I do what I can. That's it. I'm not going to overextend myself for people or things that wouldn't do the same. And I'm not inconveniencing myself in any way for anything. I don't mind growing and stretching a bit to achieve certain goals. But if I have to come outside of who I am, or if I have to relinquish my character and integrity for an opportunity, then that opportunity is not for me. The opportunity is just not for me. And so I'm happy with where I'm at. I love all the new things that are happening in my life. I'm still single with no kids, but I'm enjoying it because I'm getting to do the things that I want to do. So yeah, depression and anxiety is a lie. It's a lie. It's an irrational fear of the past, the present, or the future. And I refuse to allow fear to have that much space in my life. Now, I understand that some people have chemical imbalances and mental illnesses that need to be treated with medicine. I'm in no way saying that you don't need to go talk to the lady, okay? I'm saying my case was not as severe as a lot of people's cases, and I was able to have a look, come to Jesus with my mama and get refocused. I was unfocused, I was lazy, and I was unmotivated. And that stopped. So now I'm back doing the things that I love and that I need to do to make sure that I'm thriving in this space. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little insight, I guess, into my personal life, my private life. And if you like videos like this and you want some more, please, you know what to do. Like this video, share it, drop a comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And talk to me in the comments. I would love to hear if you've been struggling with something and how, we can support each other. Buy the shirt always, Rich Auntie Vibes, oktobeapparel.com. It'll be linked in the video. Don't worry about it. But y'all know what to do. I appreciate y'all so much for supporting me. Everybody who keeps supporting me through every single phase. You have no idea how much I appreciate and love you for that. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you when I see you. Peace.